the last 13 years, Dr. Zakir has delivered more than 1,300 public talks worldwide, in addition to many talks in India. He has successfully participated in symposia and dialogues with prominent personalities of other faiths and religions. His public dialogue with Dr. William Campbell of USA on the topic, the Quran and the Bible in the Light of Science, held in Chicago, USA on April 1st, 2000, was a resounding success in proving the compatibility of Quran with established science. Similarly, his interfaith dialogue with the famous Guru, Sri Ravi Shankar of India, on the topic, the concept of God in Hinduism and Islam in the light of sacred scriptures, held in Bangalore on 21st January 2006, was highly acclaimed for its propounding the concept of oneness of God Almighty. Dr. Zakir Naik recently stood out most eloquently for Islam and Muslims on one of the leading news channels of India, NDTV 24/7, in the interview Walk the Talk conducted by host Shekhar Gupta, who is the editor-in-chief of Indian Express, and this was telecast on the 7th and 8th March 2009 on NDTV. Dr. Zakir appears regularly on many international TV channels in over 200 countries worldwide. Hundreds of his talks, dialogues, debates and symposia are available on VCDs and DVDs. He has authored many books on Islam and comparative religion. Peace TV, and I'm sure there are hundreds of millions of people watching this very program on Peace TV, and I take this opportunity to welcome them on behalf of the organizers here in Mumbai. Yes, Peace TV is his brainchild, and it has become his most far-reaching, unmitigated and impactful phenomena worldwide in creating a better awareness of Islam and removing misconceptions about Islam. The ever-increasing, this very over 100 million avid viewers of Peace TV worldwide are evolving into a mass base of defenders of the true, just and peaceful Islamic message for humanity at large. And they're challenging the negative stereotyping of Islam and Muslims by some powerful corporate media and vested interest worldwide. Today's evening session has exclusively been reserved only for the open question and answers with Dr. Zakir Naik, called Ask Dr. Zakir. Feel free, feel confident, feel it your right to ask questions to Dr. Zakir that you dare not ask others for fear of being ridiculed or blamed for criticizing Islam. I, Dr. Muhammad Naik, am your host and coordinator, inshallah, fair and caring too, for this session, in which is enshrined your right to ask Dr. Zakir and his duty to answer to the best of his knowledge and understanding. Brothers and sisters, to answer your questions in this exclusive session, please welcome Dr. Zakir Naik. Before we start, may I kindly request our large audience collected here to kindly maintain the due decorum this program deserves. The rules for the question and answer session is, you may ask any question on Islam and comparative religion Your question should be brief and to the point. Only one question at a time may be asked by you. For your second question, you would have to go back and line up again in the queue and await your chance. We have microphones placed in various sections in our audience. There are 5 microphones, 3 for the gents and 2 for the ladies section. One microphone is there just in front of the gents section and the other 2 in the rear sections. You may line up at any of the microphones. That's for the gents. And we have 2 microphones here for the ladies, 1 in the front and 1 in the rear section. Non-Muslims will be given preference to ask questions first, and if time permits, Muslim brothers and sisters would, inshallah, be offered their chance. Volunteers at the mics are requested to kindly and firmly ensure the same. The questioners are kindly requested to please state your name clearly as well as your profession before putting forward your question so that Dr. Zakir can give you a more appropriate answer. May I request Dr. Zakir to please present his initial comments for 1 or 2 minutes before we start the session. Dr. Zakir Naik.
Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam. Ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Udu ila sabili rabbika bil hikma wal mu'azitil hasana wajadil billati hasan. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. My respected elders and my brothers and sisters, I welcome all of you with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, mercy and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be on all of you. There have been requests since several years that since normally I give a talk for approximately 1 hour to 1.5 hours, and the question and answer session goes for more than 2 to 2.5 hours, there was a request always by people for many years that why don't you have an exclusive only question and answer session so that the audience, at least they are satisfied in quenching their thirst. So on the request and public demand, this year we thought, let's have one evening, at least more than 3 hours, only for question and answer session. So on the request of the various audiences that we have had, this is the first time we'll be having an exclusive question and answer session. And as the coordinator has mentioned, that first we'd like to give chance to the non-Muslims. So I request my non-Muslim brothers and sisters that if you have any questions regarding Islam and comparative religion, if you have any query, if you have any misunderstanding, even if you do not agree with a single teaching of Islam, this is the opportunity to question. And inshallah, I am young, I can take your questions, and I'll try my level best with the limited knowledge that I have, that I'll try and reply to your questions. So I'd request the Muslim brothers and sisters to first give the chance to our non-Muslim brothers and sisters, and after they have quenched their thirst, we would allow the Muslim brothers and sisters. Jazakallah shukran.